Man, what it do, my peoples, man. Definitely, man. We are in the building, man. Here for another wonderful session. Welcome to the Lambo Drew Leverage Show, man, where I am your host, man. Another week. We are back in the saddle in this thing, man, making some stuff happen. Definitely excited about tonight, man. Excited about all the good stuff that's getting ready to happen. You guys definitely want to embark on some stuff. So, yeah, we are ready to go down for real, man. It's been a busy day. It's been a busy week, but I haven't been more excited, especially and stuff like that, man, for tonight to go on ahead, man, and jump on this thing, man. Got a wonderful special guest. Hopefully they can come on and everything is perfectly fine. You guys will hear from her in just a little bit. But definitely tonight, just want to go ahead, man, speak to you guys just a little bit tonight on, just how you guys this week been and just the way the economy has been going, man. Especially all of the stuff that you guys have been seeing out there with the media, what's going on, man, between stocks, what's going on between, crypto, what's going on between a lot of this stuff. So yes, let's sit back up in here. We're going to dive into that a little bit tonight, man. And hopefully, we can make some stuff happen, man. For real. We're excited on this broadcast only because the amount of inboxes, text messages, amount of things that have been coming up good reports and all of this good stuff, man. You guys have brought this upon yourself because you guys have made this your channel. Shout out to everybody, man, who went on and been crushing this thing. What wonderful subscribers, what wonderful people who have actually reached out and say, man, we're going to tap in to the Level Drew Leverage Show, man, and we're going to do some things. So really shout out to those guys, man, who have been decided to say, yeah, you know what, Drew, we're gonna make sure that we're a step ahead, and we're gonna tune in, we're gonna come week in and week out and support you guys. And shout out to everybody who decided to share our videos from YouTube, from Facebook, from all of that good stuff. Shout out to y'all because y'all are the ones who make this channel successful each and every single way, man. So I'm thankful for what you guys are doing in the community of making us a whole lot better for where we're going at. And not just that, where we're going, but we're going at, this thing in a whole. And you guys have to get that. You guys have to get this thing in a whole because I'm telling y'all, man, we're excited about as much stuff as we put forward. We're excited to turn around and get all of that stuff back, all of the wonderful reviews, all of the wonderful gestures, and all the wonderful testimonies and all of that good stuff. We're excited to get that back, literally, because I'm telling you, it makes our day to be able to go on ahead, man, and come out to you guys and make sure that we're on a platform that we're leveling up on, man. I'm not lying to y'all, man. So shout out to you guys. Oh, my guy. Shout out to Jamal is in the building, man. Shout out to JT in the building, man. Making some stuff happen, getting down to it. I'm trying to tell y'all this right now, man. If you guys haven't tapped in yet, Jamal is, believe it or not, has created his own NFT. He has created his own NFT. So shout out to Jamal and everything, man, on the creation of doing some stuff. So y'all tap into Jamal on see how can y'all personalize, man, your own NFT as well and get a hold of that so that you can go ahead, man, and have that, grow of value, grow of asset to you. Definitely of support. So, we always supporting each other, man, on this channel, on this broadcast. We're supporting each other for everything that we do, man. For real. Sorry about that, y'all. I had to get a swig, man, because this thing definitely, man, has been brewing. So yeah, shout out to my guy, man, Jamal, of making it in the building, man, making some stuff happen, man. And not just that, man, just making sure that we're moving in the right direction, man. And we want to be moving in the right direction for each and every single one of y'all, especially for what you guys are out here doing, man. We're excited about this, man. To see these testimonies, to see all of this stuff, just stuff transition and happen for y'all. Most people don't know what it actually takes to put all of this stuff together. Like, it literally takes a lot of stuff to put this stuff together. People just think, man, we just come on here every single week, week in and week out, man, and this thing is just we just happen to know. You literally have to put the time in, have to put the research in, have to put the drive in, have to put the motivation in, have to put all this stuff in to get yourself together where you need to be at and where you're trying to go. And we're trying to take as many people as possible, man. And man, I'm telling y'all this right now. I think last week when we tuned into the broadcast and we first started the broadcast, we may have had we grown, I think, the channel a little over another 100 followers and stuff like that, 100 subscribers actually on YouTube. So, man, we had like the 800 mark. So shout out to y'all for making it happen, man, and getting out here, for subscribing, for all the stuff that we do, man, and all the knowledge and the gems and everything that we drop. I'm telling y'all, man, it has been none short of us being able to make our dreams come true, for the knowledge that we give to you guys and the wisdom that we give to you guys. Not just that, y'all guys giving back to us. It's like a reciprocal thing. You give to us, we give to you. You give to us, we give to you. We give to us, we help each other out. This is a full family going on. So really, 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 really big shout out to that for what you guys are doing in those areas, man. Because I'm telling you, it is rough. It gets rough sometimes. I understand it, man. It really, and truth be told, on a lot of different aspects, it gets rough because, we as generals, man, we seem to take up a lot of the blows, the hits, a lot of the stuff that most people don't see. Most people don't see your struggles, or they don't see, what you may be facing throughout the week. So when we come on here on this broadcast, we want to try to take away all that negative energy, all of that stuff that we have been, and show you guys proven results of what we have done, the things that we have accomplished, the things that we have moved forward on. And that's why we're here. I'm telling you, we're here to make some stuff happen, to make some stuff really pop off for you guys, so that you guys can look back and be like, man, you know what? Drew really did go on ahead, man, and help me out, man. The money team really did come in and help me out. They helped me leverage some things. They helped me get some things at a whole new level. And now that they helped me get me some things at a whole new level, I think that we can move on to even something bigger and better. And I'm telling y'all, moving on to something bigger and better, whatever that might be is, whether it's leveraging your finances, whether it's leveraging you personally, mentally, spiritually, physically, all of these things of leveling up. That is why we are here. That is why this broadcast is here, so that we can help coach you. We can help guide you. We can help motivate you. You can help motivate us, so that we may move as a unit moving forward together, man. So definitely, man, shout out to each and every single one of y'all for your text messages, for your inboxes, for all of the comments that you guys do, because that is what literally makes this channel a channel that's winning, man. We getting a lot of winning here, man. I see more throughout the week of you guys getting back to me, even than just the broadcast, than just for the night. So that is what I love to see, the reach back. Let me know what the reach back looks like. Let me know what all of that stuff looks like, so that way we can go ahead and we can dominate in these arenas, okay? So I can honestly say this one thing. This week has been a week in the crypto world. If you guys have seen, you guys have started seeing a little flare going up. You're seeing Bitcoin start moving up. You start seeing some of these other coins start moving up. Shiba has started moving up. A lot of these other coins that we've been talking about, the tokens we've been talking about, started moving up just as we say that they would move. Now, again, it's predicated on a lot of different things and actions that are taking place. Whether you guys are watching the news or not, it's predicated on, hey, what's going on, man, between the war in Iraq? What's going on? Not even a war in Iraq, the war in Russia. That's what I meant to say. And the tensions maybe getting ready to rise for the war in Russia. What's getting ready to happen, man, on some of these other aspects? That's the House are passing bills, and they're trying to even find out other ways to legislate bills. So this is some backdoor stuff that is happening that is allowing the markets to start moving and have movement again. I'm telling you right now, no one thought that the markets would start moving again like this because of what was just spoke of about, a couple of weeks ago when they came out in the House announced that, yeah, we're getting ready to go ahead and start hiking back up interest rates. And all of a sudden, you started seeing stock markets go down and some other stuff because of fear setting in. And then boom, a week, 2 weeks later, it's popping back up. The reason because that is popping back up is because consumers are now getting to the point so where they're seeing that there is a big game being played out here. No, whether you like it or not, whether you want it or not, whether you want to hear it or not, there's a big game being played out here to manipulate the markets and manipulate the systems. When you manipulate the markets and manipulate the systems, this is what's happening. This is what's coming abroad. And I'm telling you guys this right now. It is definitely one of them that has just been really kind of mind-boggling on a few different things, man. And most people have been trying to figure out, like, what are we gonna do? And all of this stuff is happening. I'm like, man, listen, stay focused, stay attuned, stay right there, because I'm telling you guys right now, if you guys hold tight, and if you guys, man, and say, listen, we put our money aside, we put all of this stuff aside, man, this thing is right here. I'm telling you, something good is going to happen to you. And if you guys are in position, you guys will be able to capitalize on some assets that you guys have leveraged aside that'll be able to take you and your family into a different arena, man, and further in life. You know, I'm so happy. We're a quick shout out and everything. I see Miss Ebonii right here in the box. She's right here. So good to see her. Maybe she may have to reconnect again. I think it was disconnected. So reconnect again, Ebonii, because I seen you and stuff like that down there. There you go. I see you down in the back room, Miss Ebonii. Only she can hear me and stuff like that. I can see her, so nobody else can see her till I bring her on. So she is ready to go. I'm excited about this, man. I'm going to speak just a little bit, and I'm going to bring my special guest on tonight. So listen. So the markets again are going like that with crypto. The markets now, you guys are getting ready to start seeing the shifting with real estate. You guys are getting ready to start seeing the shifting of real estate that's getting ready to start happening. And the way you guys are going to be able to capitalize on some of these real estate deals, and I'm telling y'all going to hear me say this again. When the interest rates they're going to start peaking up and they're going to start bringing them up just a little higher, you're going to start seeing a shift from a seller's market to a buyer's market again. I'm telling you this right now. You're going to see a shift from a seller's market to a buyer's market, man. And when you see this happen, it's just going to continue to blow your mind of what happened. Good evening. Shout out to everybody, man, who's coming in. I see y'all coming in on there. Shout out to you guys, man. Love, 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 love. Shout out to my peoples. I see y'all coming in showing love. Listen, I can honestly tell y'all this right now. Y'all want to get ahead and position yourself for the buyer's market, for some of these things that are going to happen. Now, the way you position yourself is to, first of all, being able to have the resources or the assets set aside to be able to capitalize on some of these deals where people will begin to start moving some money around with some things. But also, you want to be able to have, if you don't have the assets or the capital right then and there, you want to be able to have your credit in line. And if you have your credit in line, you'll be able to go ahead and take what my guest is definitely going to be speaking on with some things and some opportunities of being able to get funding so you can take advantage of some of these things. And when you take advantage of some of these things, I'm telling you, it's going to open up. You want to be able to go ahead and position yourself to capitalize off of making a monopoly. If it's real estate you wanted to get in, so it's getting ready to come. It's getting ready to be that time where you're going to see the market start dipping. Prices going to start dropping again. And you're going to be like, well, man, Drew, why did it wait this long? You're getting ready to see it. I'm telling you, realtors had some of the best years just last year and the year before. And most of them didn't even have to go ahead and meet the client. Now they're getting ready to meet the client, and you're getting ready to start seeing like stuff happening. Like, well, man, how come the market is shifting now? Where I was getting, 8,000 or 10,000 or 20,000 above asking price. Now I'm not getting those same deals. You may be getting asking price, or you may be even getting below asking price. It's going to come down the pike. It may not come down the pike all of a sudden, but it's going to come down the pike between later this year and next year. So take advantage of it. Get your credit right. Get your personal right. Get your business right. Wherever that you're at, you're out here. If you're out here, you're a business owner. If you're out here and you're an entrepreneur, or even an aspiring entrepreneur, or even someone who's working a 9 to 5 and say, hey, I just want to be able to leverage some other things on the side. Make sure that your credit is in order, whether personal, whether business, whether all these things, make sure that that is in order so that you can be able to go ahead and be able to reach out to like my guest, Ebonii, and she'll be able to assist you through the funding process and get you those things that you desire. I hear a lot of people, man, they talk about, well, man, Drew, can I maneuver like this in a market when all of this stuff is happening, when coronavirus is happening, this pandemic is happening? Yes, you can dominate. There are people dominating. There are people who have special things that are just happening up for them, like open doors that are happening up for them. And that's the process that you want to be able to dominate in and take effect and take capital gains over some of those deals that are happening. And there's a lot of deals not just happening right here in the United States. There's deals that's probably going to be happening overseas. There's deals that's going to be happening in South America. You need to be able to put yourself in position. If you don't have the cash, make sure you have the credit. And if you got your credit right, you'll be able to go on ahead, man, and capitalize off of what my guest is definitely going to show and share with you guys tonight. So listen, shout out to my baby. My wifey is on here, always showing love. Love of my life, man. Man, she sit back up in here, man. She keep me motivated. I had to go grab some chicken, y'all, some chicken today for my wife. I had to get the chicken in. So she wanted her fried chicken. Everybody who know, when my wife said, I want fried chicken, this is on the poppy. I got to stop whatever I'm doing. If I got to cancel a business meeting, if I got to cancel anything, I got to make sure I go get that chicken for that wife to keep that smile on her face, man. So shout out to you, Nada Boo. You already know what we do, man. All right. So listen, without further ado, I just really wanted to go ahead, speak about a few things. She said, yes, you did. I did, girl. I had to at this point. So without further ado, I really, really, really am excited to be able to bring this guest on this show, man. Please make sure y'all make her feel welcome while she's on here. Answer any questions, ask any questions. She's here for you guys. She literally has a platform that will help not just anybody, but will help so many people on a vast, vast level who literally has things that are properly put in place. One of those things that I was mentioning was making sure that you have your credit aligned, because that right there will be able to open up some big doors for you, and she'll be able to help you assist whatever it may need, whether it's real estate, whether it's commercial, whether it's personal, whatever, and she'll be able to go ahead and help assist you with that. So listen, you guys give a warm welcome to my guest, man, on the show tonight on the Lambro Leverage Show, Miss Ebonii Lachea. We bringing her in here right now from Lendio crew, man. What's up, Miss Ebonii? What's up, Miss Ebonii? How are you?
I am good. How are you, Drew? You hear me okay?
Oh man, I'm better than well, girl. I told you I got that chicken for my wife. So we good. I ain't had to go ahead, man, and she ain't had to slit my throat. So we real good, man. How you doing tonight, man? The funding queen on the building, on the broadcast, man, and doing some things. How are you tonight?
I am good. I'm so appreciative of you inviting me in. So excited to talk funding. That's my jam.
Yeah.
You and I work together on the credit stuff. You got that covered. And I'm super excited to help more people.
Awesome. Well, listen, man, you tripped everybody out, man. I can honestly say this. When you went on ahead and did the partnership with Lendio, I say, whoa, hold up. What is Miss Ebonii doing right here? And Miss Ebonii turned around, you guys, and she's always, first of all, I'm going to let her tell you guys her background because it's amazing. She got an awesome testimony, awesome background. But when I seen her partnered with Lendio, she said, Drew, man, we really need to get together. I was like, man, sis, you already know I got you, man. Whatever need, I got you. We're going to make this happen and stuff like that. Yep. Then I started seeing and everything, man, as she got partnered in with it, she started getting even more stuff, man, involved. And I started seeing all of the tools and all of the assets that literally that she had available for. And I said, man, this will be able to help out a lot of people, especially in our community and in our communities and abroad, who were looking for the chance to be able to say, you know what, the bank didn't help me, the credit union didn't help me, or this lender didn't help me because we had these things involved. Yep. Now, literally, you don't have to worry about those type of things. If you got your stuff right, and Miss Ebonii gonna share some things tonight, she'll be able to help assist that with you straight through her company. Not no individual, not no all this other stuff, straight through her company. So you guys give a warm welcome for Miss Ebonii, man, and we're going to let her take the floor, man. Talk to me, Miss Ebonii, man. Tonight, you're feeling good. You had a great week this week?
I had an awesome week. What about you? I'm going to ask you that real quick. How was your week?
My week is always busy. My week is, if it's not running around with the wife and kids, it's definitely handling business. And sometimes businessman lasts as 12, 16, 18 hours a day. It's just, it is what it is. It never stops, right?
Yes, I know. So I'll jump right in.
Yeah.
For all the audience, my name is Ebonii Lachea, as my bro said.
Yeah.
I've been with Lendio. I purchased the franchise for about a year now, but
Okay.
as I was telling Drew, just to kind of give you guys a little bit on my backstory, I've been in business development, brand development for 17 years now. Don't ask me my age. But I have
Wow,
been
17 years. I know it was a long time. You told me it was a long time, but wow, 17 years. So that's experience, guys. You guys are gonna definitely go ahead and have to tap in and listen.
2005 is when I started my business. 2005. So
congrats.
Thank you. Thank you. So initially, I only focused on large corporations. So my client base was usually 7-8 figure corporations. And I would coach executives, CEOs, large teams on branding, business development, business growth, culture improvement. But guess what? When COVID happened, my business dried up just like all the small businesses that I wasn't focusing on serving. So that like hit me in the gut. And I had family, friends coming to me, other small business owners, because I did help from a nonprofit capacity in the community. I would give scholarships to small businesses to help with branding and business development. When I saw that, my heart kind of broke because I said, these businesses aren't being helped. And I'm in this position too, so I understand how it feels. At that point, I was actually blessed, to have savings. Not a lot of businesses were in that position, not a lot of people, right? So I said, you know what? I need to get something more residual, like this is crazy. And so I actually started looking at insurance first.
Okay.
But Lendio came up and I did my research, $12 billion corporation. And the way that the CEO stepped in and helped during PPP is what sold me. So the CEO's name is Brock.
Okay.
You know how all of these banks and everything were closing the doors on small businesses, our people. What Brock did is he, from himself on down, they took a number of files and they started processing themselves.
Wow.
From the CEO on down.
Wow.
He said no file will be left untouched.
Okay.
So hearing that and knowing that story, I said, this is a company that I definitely want to partner with because they have their heart in it. So long story short, I partnered with Lendio as the first Black female to have a franchise.
Shout out to you. I don't mean to interrupt, but shout out to you. First Black female, man, partnered in with Lendio is amazing. That's a milestone, right?
Yeah, for sure. And so I went in there and they understood what my mission was. I talked to Brock and I said, I am really interested because I see all this going on with art. And it's historically, right? It's not just with PP. It's not during the time of COVID. It's historic, right? So I understood that our people didn't have equal access to capital. And they understood that and they are completely behind me on making sure that that is the case. And so that is my mission, and that's what I've been doing, helping my people.
Wow. Well, it's amazing because we talked briefly, man, on some things, and to hear the transition of the nonprofits and being able to help a nonprofit out and servicing those business industries. A lot of people. I want to grab this real quick. Also, congratulations, Ebonii.
Thanks, Jamal.
She's like, thank you, Jamal. I ain't go. My voice ain't that high pitch. I ain't gonna try to go. I'll let you tell him again.
Thank you, Jamal. Did you hear me?
I think Jamal. I know he heard you, man. Jamal got them ectoplasmic ears. My guy can hear anything, man. He is good, man. Especially when it comes to crypto.
Yeah, so, I have to get you guys on my platform to talk about crypto.
Yeah. Oh man, you know what? That's just what we do, whether it's crypto or business or whatever, man. We network together and everything to be able to go ahead and do that, man. He gave a big you're welcome and stuff like that. Look at him. And then he put his he putting Jamal going in. Jamal putting party stuff going on, man.
Yes.
What is, Jamal, man, what's going on with your 3M, man? 3M ain't playing out here, man. He done got all decorated on here. I might have to put Jamal as a marketer on here.
Hilarious. That is hilarious.
So man, no, we are ecstatic to be able to hear, because I get a lot of people who function in a nonprofit. And then, you know, I got so many different people, man, just depending on where they're at, what they're doing, what they're deciding to do. And they become scared of banks and scared of the lending process, because they have been either denied for like credit card, or denied for a small loan, or denied for an SBA loan. And they don't feel comfortable actually networking with, you know, the banks like that. What makes Ebonii so different, and especially your partnership with Lendio, that you can have a hands-on more approach with the client?
Right. And that's a great question. So with me getting into this, I wanted to make sure that my clients had white glove treatment.
Okay.
Specifically for my Black and brown community, because we're not used to that in the financial space, right? So for one, you know, just addressing what you said as far as banks and approving small businesses. To date, Drew, banks have to, unfortunately, decline 80% of small business requests for loans. 80%.
Wow. 80%?
80%. And I call bankers my partners because I get a lot of business from bankers. It's just that that's not their threshold, especially right now. Their threshold is usually 5 million and above right now. So they cannot help small businesses. It's just not within their capacity. So 80% are declined from banks. They come to me. I make sure not only do we talk about funding before we even get there, I make sure that their business is set up strategically in order to get the funding that makes sense for the business. So for example, if you came in as a client, we would do a business health check to make sure your business is set up right as far as address, or using your home address. No. Are you?
Hold on. That's a no. You got to tell me why. Tell me, because I get a lot of people who set up an LLC, who set up a corporation, set up a business, and they use their home address. Tell me what's the difference from what you've seen with the home address?
Yeah. So even though you're a small business, bankers or lenders, I should say, want to see that you're operating like a business and you're taking it serious. Yeah. So you want to have, even if you can't get like an actual office, you want to have at least a virtual business address separate from your home address to show, yes, I'm really serious about this business, especially if you're looking for 30,000 plus, right? They want to see you're serious about establishing this business and you're in it for longevity.
Yeah.
No personal home addresses. You want to have a home address and a business address. No, you don't want to use your cell phone. There are so many companies out here like Ring Central that you can have a virtual number. You can even get it for free. Virtual numbers separate from your personal number. Again, it shows lenders that you're serious about building your business. So those are some of the things that I check to make sure that you're positioned correctly. About 50, 55, 60% of my clients are not positioned that way. And for free, I help them get that stuff set up because I want to set them up for success.
Right.
So again, it's all about that white glove treatment. Even when we get to the funding piece of it, I'm not about just letting my clients get any money, like, hey, just give me some money and I'm going to be out of your hair. No. I want to make sure that you're going to use this money strategically to grow your business. I don't want to put you in a position where it's going to harm you and not help, right? Right. I think what makes us different in our competitive advantage is that we truly, truly care. We're not going to just sell you anything just because you're looking for it. And we make sure you're set up for long-term success. After funding, we also have a program where we help you strategically map out where that money can be best used to grow your business long-term and build relationships with that lender to grow your financing.
So it's a strategy you guys put out for financial growth for the company as well? Okay.
Yep.
Talk to us, elaborate on that. And I know some people who would love, because there's a lot of people who get funding. And then there's a lot of people when they get the funding, they don't know what to do with it. I talked about it on a show with a good friend of mine, Audrey, man. And a lot of people don't know what to do with the funding. You guys actually give a strategic plan about that. Talk to us a little bit about that, Ebonii.
Yeah, because that's honestly, Drew, that is my favorite part because I'm a woman that loves strategy. I've been in strategy 17 years. So
yeah.
I'll use you as a case study, right? So you come in and borrow $100,000 and you're like, Eb, I really don't know, like, how can I use this to grow my business? And I want to position myself to grow with the lender. So we first look at, do you have business credit? So we make sure if you don't have business credit, we get you set up with 3 trade lines. If you don't have the trade lines, we set you up that way. Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So we set you up that way if you don't have that. And so usually my clients ask me for these things, or I let them know. A lot of people, Drew, which is so sad, they don't take advantage of this, and they come back and they're like, I spent this money and and nothing grew, right?
Yeah.
We position and we look at the workforce. If they're a lot of our people, we're not used to sharing the wealth. So we make sure they can at least hire a virtual assistant or staff. We talk through those things, and we talk through ROI as it relates to hiring staff. So those are just some examples that we work with our clients on. And then also too, if they get cash and then a line of credit for emergencies, every business that comes through my pipeline, I make sure they're positioned to get a line of credit in addition to whatever other financing that they want, because you need that for emergencies, right?
Yes, you do.
The best time to borrow money is when you do not need it, right?
At all. Exactly. Right.
You don't need it. So
right.
I make sure I educate my clients on that. And if they're in a position to get a line of credit for emergency uses only, and you're only paying on what you use, I make sure that they're set up to get that.
Okay. So you work with the compliance part of it too. So we got to kind of tackle this. You know me, I'm gonna dive into this thing just a little bit. So with COVID now happening, and more people switching and transitioning from a brick and mortar building now to home offices, how is that being able to affect the funding process as well? Is there something that they need to change with the compliancy of that? Because now I've heard that banks were actually lending even based on the home address, but just making sure that they separate it by adding a suite number to it. Is that truth? Is there any truth to that?
There's a lot of truth to that. So when I say the home address, that's if, like, I would prefer that. You and I both know if you're a sole prop, you can use your home address, right? So it's a sole proprietor. So there are some exceptions to that rule. So if you're a sole prop, you can definitely use your home address. I would still recommend a virtual address because banks take that more serious. I got to tell you, Drew, banks and lenders do take that more serious, even if it's not. And then for tax purposes, you know that for tax purposes, for lending, also for client information to protect your home address, right? So for you don't want to give your home address out, right? But
right. Because don't they? Is it true that for the lending process, the funding process, don't they Google up that address that they put on there and it'll show up at home, right?
I was just getting ready to say that.
Okay.
So Google My Business. You've read my mind, Drew.
Hey, I'm on it. We here, homie. I got you, sis. We here. Come on.
Because of Google My Business. Now, Google My Business, that's the very first thing they're going to look at. And they're going to say, this is a home address. How serious are they? Especially if you're a corp, right? So you're a corp, and then they Google My Business and it's a home, right?
Right.
That is one aspect of it. 2, you need to Google My Business for testimonials. You want to set yourself up for success that way also too. So we talk about those things too, branding and marketing yourself the right way. So that's also a vertical that's within the strategic plan that we talk about.
So how often do you run into clients that have those type of problems when they come sit down to you and they submit all of the paperwork and they submit everything that you guys ask for? How often do you actually kind of run into it? Is it very often or somewhat often now?
That they don't have it set up the right way?
That they don't have it set up into the compliance that the bank would love for lending. Please give me the statistics. I'm fine with it.
Like 65, 70%.
Oh, yeah, we got to change that.
It's our people.
Listen. if you guys, and I have to say this, if you guys need help setting this up, please reach out to Ebonii. Please reach out. We're going to put our information and everything, man, up at in the screen. But I just really want to let you guys know this, because this is the reason of why people there's so much of a denial. Hearing that 80% of businesses get denied for bank loans. That is a huge number. I mean, they got all of this money out here to be able to lend, but you being, first of all, being not compliant or not being set up correctly, it's literally keeping you out of the game. We want to help push you into the game for 2022 and all the years to come, right, Ebonii?
Exactly. And so another thing, Drew, is even if you're not ready to get funded right away,
okay,
I'm not sending you away. I kind of say no turn down policy, because if you are committed to doing the things that I say, I'm not turning you down. I'm putting you through, I'm giving you all the steps you need to get funding, and I'm saying, come back and see me.
Okay.
So I leave no door open, and that's really what I believe. And so that's, again, what I think our competitive advantage is a lot of these companies, if you don't get approved, you're not going to hear from them again.
At all. If I got companies, so what's that one big one that's out there? They're on Credit Karma, they're on Experian, they're on everything. It's a loan company, and they have some extremely high interest rates, man. What's the name of that loan company? Do you?
I'm not sure.
One Main Financial. One Main Financial.
Yep.
One Main Financial. So you guys, and they lure people in by trying to leverage their assets on a hard money collateral. And you're saying, like, listen, and which is a trap. A lot of people don't understand how big that is. It's a trap to be able to leverage a hard asset against a loan. When you may not even have, the credit or the credentials to be able to get the funding that you need. So what is it when you say, like, man, Andrew, I stay right there. There's a no turn down policy. What is it differently that you do that literally gives somebody hope out here watching this broadcast when they come to you, because they may be feeling a little nervous, like, man, you know what? I really want to do this thing, but my credit may not be all together. I really want to do this thing, but I may not have the right finances. I may not have the right business. I may not have this in place that may get me funding. What is it that you can say that would actually help ease that guard down just a little bit, where the trust actually comes for the people out here?
Well, one, I'm myself, and about 95% of my clientele looks just like me. So they're automatically comfortable. They think at first they listen to my voice and they don't know, they're not sure.
Right.
But they look like me. And then if I sense hesitancy, I tell them my story, Drew, and I'm not embarrassed to say that there was once a time where my credit wasn't together, my finances weren't together, and I went through a company like Lendio, and that was the first step in getting me where I am today. So I let them know that, and it automatically eases the embarrassment or discomfort. I just bring a personal aspect to it because I really do care. It's like, I'm going to be myself. I'm going to tell you my story if it'll help you feel more comfortable. And then also, too, I have certain partners like yourself that I in for credit repair. And so we work together. We collaborate as a team to help the client.
And that's, most people, they desire to want to go into business. And I know you probably get this, and we're going to kind of tap into this and stuff like that, man. I'm just going to get into these comments real quick. My cuz, shout out to your cuz. Say, I got my pen and paper out, Drew. Shout out to your cuz, my cousin Lawrence. My mother-in-law on here. Shout out to your Linda Williams, man. She is in the building watching, man, nonstop, man. You got some wonderful people on here tonight, man. So I'm thankful for everybody who watches this broadcast, man, week in and week out. But there were so many great people out there. They say, man, you know what? I have an idea of what I want to do, but I don't have a business quite set up yet, or I want to do something, but if I can just get a little capital. Is there any type of thing or service that you can help out for some of those people who literally said, hey, I got an idea, but I don't physically have a business set up yet? Is there anything you can probably help them get started, get the ball rolling, so that they can actually help fund their vision?
Yeah, and so I do a workshop. I did it a lot last year. I'm going to get back going. I haven't done it this year yet. I think
Okay.
I started back second quarter, but
Okay.
it's a business startup workshop, and we give you literally everything you need to start your business the right way.
Okay.
Every single thing. Outside of that, we do have some startup funding. Now, we both know it's almost impossible to get actual cash to start a business because you
Yeah.
don't have revenue,
Yeah.
but you can leverage a personal loan. So you're putting yourself as the personal guarantor, right?
Yep. Yep.
Or credit, which a lot of people do, and they do credit card stacking to get a
Yeah.
certain amount to start their business. You know a lot about that too. So,
You know I do. You know
mhm,
I do. You know I do. No,
yeah.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, so we're just strategic in our ways. We're creative and we're strategic in if there's a way to help you get started, we go down those avenues to figure it out. So if their credit is not together, again, send them to a partner like yourself to get their get
Okay.
their credit together. And I say, Drew, send them back when they're ready.
Yeah.
Look at credit cards, lines of credit, or personal guarantor loans.
Okay. Okay. All
There
right.
are options.
So there are more options because see, that's what the thing. I think that in the consumer's mind, it's so limited to what they have been thinking and what they have been seeing. It's so limited, and they automatically kind of rule themselves out even
Yeah,
before they get the ball rolling. You know,
I
they
was
rule
there.
themselves out like, man, if I had this, like look at this comment right here. I definitely have an idea. Shout out to you,
Mhm.
Sharon, man, on here, man. She
Yeah.
said, I definitely had an idea. Like there are people who come out here and they're like, man, if I had this, I would love to do this. And if I had that, I would love to do this. And you literally seem like you break stuff down for them to
Yep.
give them a game plan, right? To start
Yep.
moving forward.
Exactly. And I do weekly coaching calls on that specifically. So it's funny because I end up getting like coaching clients from Lendio
Okay.
because they're not ready and they say, like, Miss Ebony, fix my life, fix my business. And I'm like, look, I give them 30 minutes a week. And I'm like, we work through milestones. So I'm
Right.
a no BS type of person. I'm like, if you're serious, I'm serious. We go through and we do a checklist and we talk about where are you in these milestones every week.
Okay.
Give them a blueprint to follow, and usually they follow it. The people that are coaching with me on a week on basis, they are usually serious. And so they have that blueprint. It's easy to follow. And I do it that way, Drew, because that's what I wish I had when I started out.
Yeah.
Or I would have
Yeah.
made so many mistakes.
I think I wish that we all had that, Ebony. I wish that we literally all had somebody to be able to help guide us when we were
Step by
starting this
step.
process. Some of us wouldn't be upside in debt like we in. Some of us be overutilizing more assets and more capital and more credit than what we should,
Right.
and out here doing things that we were just not fundally sound because no
Right.
one was in our ear at the time when we were starting this thing, man.
That was
You can tell.
definitely me. That was
Preaching to the
definitely me.
choir.
Yes. Yes. And so I said, you know what? That's what it's all about, right? To me, your life purpose is like you're gonna make a lot of mistakes, you're gonna fail a lot, but to me, your purpose is teaching people from your mistakes,
Yeah.
right? That's exactly why I'm in this. I feel like it's not just a job or a
Mhm.
business that I have, it's really my calling. To teach people all of the mistakes that I've made. I can teach people how not to make those 17 years of a small business. I'm like,
Yeah.
I can teach you
Yeah.
to avoid some mistakes, some serious mistakes.
Oh, you have probably seen some disasters from and man, you gotta kind of elaborate on these stories. I'm gonna get the one question real quick. My guy Steve Woods, shout out to your stack. Steve Woods in the building. He said, is there a certain amount of time you should be in business before you can get a line, like a line of credit or
Yeah,
get a line and everything, man? Go ahead and elaborate on that for us, Ebony.
yeah, great question.
Great question, Steve O.
Yeah, great question. So I've been able to get people a line of credit that are 11 months in business. It depends on your credit. So it
Okay.
depends on your credit and it depends on revenue to a certain degree, but credit is the hierarchy on that one. So if you have less time in business, you want great credit. If
Okay.
you have revenue around 8,000 or so and your credit is like let's say 670, 680, you can still get qualified.
Okay.
But I would say on the safe side, let's say a year at least.
So at least 12 months from the time of business of making revenue or the time of filing your articles of incorporation?
Great question. So the time of filing your articles of incorporation,
Okay.
generally they just look at the last 3 months of your revenue. So the
Yep.
last quarter.
Yep. I was getting ready to say that. I said most of the time, and then now a lot of lenders I have seen, and that's another question I'm going to ask you. So I got a whole bunch of ones. So Ebonii, stick with me. You're rocking with me tonight. We're gonna make this happen, man. You guys keep those questions coming, man, because Ebonii is here to answer all of you guys' questions and make sure that you guys get a better understanding of what she does with Lendio, man. Her own brand, her own company. So listen. I know a lot of people, man, that they decide to say, man, you know what? We're in business, we get in business, and then we're not making the money that we truly decide to make. And they're probably making like, I don't know, $500 a month. If the revenue is low, like not really strong revenue, where they're at. I know a lot of lenders love to be at that 3,000, 5,000 mark, 7, 8,000, 10,000 mark a month before they start extending cash. How does Lendio process work if the client doesn't have enough revenue coming in from those last 3 months to 6 months of statements?
Right. And that's a great question. So we do it as far as like a 2-step process. So at that point, Drew, that's when we talked about like startups and starting with credit first.
Yeah.
We'd have to start there first if the revenue is not there. So starting there, we got to make sure at least the credit is there, right? So if the credit is there, we can credit card stack. And again, we get up to 100, 200,000 doing it that way. And from there, you have to be strategic in building your business. So from there, what my hope is you use that to build your business, to build your revenue, and then you fund it.
So bankrolling from your personal. So let's break some down on here. What Ms. Ebonii is talking about is bankrolling your personal credit while leveraging your personal credit, go and get some funding, which is existing capital, and then taking the funding from your personal to be able to fund your business. And then once your business starts rolling and you start getting some things together, boom, you're literally going ahead, man, and get yourself in a better position where banks will be able to lend to you guys.
Exactly. And usually that's a 90-day process, only 3 months. If you do exactly what I say, from the time you get credit cards and you use that to leverage and build your business, you can be approved for funding in 90 days from there.
Wow. Now I gotta backtrack on, and I gotta insert this one thing real quick. When she say getting credit cards on your personal, that does not mean max your credit cards out because you're tanking your credit, you're tanking your personal, and that's the last thing. Am I right or am I right, Ms. Ebonii?
You are right and right.
I love it, man. Because a lot of people, I see them overexert themselves on their personal credit. And I'm just like, yo, what are you doing? Because at the end of the day, I understand the motive of being able to try to get funding on the business side. I understand like what their intent was. Like, hey man, we're bankrolling our business. And you'd be surprised of the clients that I get like that. Like I have a lot of clients who bankroll the business through the personal, tank their scores because the scores are based off of utilization. Most people don't know that. So you're overusing utilization. You got a $10,000 credit card using $9,555 of that credit card, and you got $45 left, $400 left, and you like, well, man, how come my credit scores are low and nobody's lending to me? Well, that's because you're overexerting on your personal. So stay out of that trap of overexerting on your personal, everybody. And I promise you guys will be there for real. Steve-O said, did you see this question, Eb?
I do. Do you need a Dun & Brad to get a business line? Should you use business credit or personal credit? So, Stephen, it depends on how long you've been in business. So if you've not been in business that long and you're just a startup, you can still set up your business for success, right? So you still get a Dun & Bradstreet. You still set up your business as you should to position yourself for funding, but you may need to use your personal. So a Dun & Bradstreet is not necessarily required for your personal, but if you have been in business a year or two, they definitely will look at your Dun & Bradstreet. They look at that and they look at your business credit also.
Okay. So I can back this up for me. So they look at your Dun and Bradstreet, and a lot of people may not know who are out here in this, because there's a lot of new people on the challenge, on this channel, and people who are just learning about business credit, or somebody who's out there wanting to be an expiring. Could you explain to them what a Dun and Bradstreet is, and also what is the other bureaus that are actually on the business scoring module, so that you actually look at to do funding from?
Yeah, so Dun & Bradstreet, and I don't know if I'm going to explain this correctly. You actually probably be better at explaining it than I will.
I want to hear it out. I want to hear it out of Lendio's funding queen. Come on,
right.
come on.
So
come
what
on.
I understand Dun & Bradstreet to be, so you get a Dun & Bradstreet. It's kind of like your business resume on funding, right? So you get an identifying number, and then any transactions that happen within your business are recorded on Dun & Bradstreet. Did I nail it or did I not?
You nailed it. You nailed it. You nailed it. I'm gonna say you nailed it, girl.
Okay. So to expand on that, go ahead, because you probably have more help.
I'm gonna expand on that just a little bit. Okay, so I love to give examples. Say someone opens up a credit card or something like that with Office Depot. You know, this is a good one. Staples, Office Depot. They open, or not even a credit card. Some of them are called vendor accounts. And a vendor account can be any account that you establish with a business or with a corporation, and they give you net terms to be able to pay that back, which a net term is no more than the amount of time that it takes to be able to pay off the balance in full. Right. So if they give you 7 days, which is a net 7, 10 days, which is a net 10, a net 14, a net 30, a net 55, a net 70, net 90, whatever those terms is, you have to pay that balance off with that vendor in full. Exactly. That vendor in terms, if you pay it within that time frame or even before, and I encourage people to pay before, you get credit for that vendor on bureaus such as Dun & Bradstreet, such as Experian, which is your IntelliScore, and as such as Equifax as well, Business Equifax. There's no TransUnion in the business world. So just for those who don't know, TransUnion doesn't have anything.
I gotta give you an applause for that explanation, Drew.
Hey, you know me, I'm gonna break it all the way down as simple as we can, so that everybody out there can understand like what's going on, what happens, and why it happens the way it happens. And people don't understand this. There's a small amount, especially in the business world. Literally about 90% of trade lines don't report to business credit.
Right.
90%. So a lot of the times that people think that for those who are new, who are going out here, and especially Eboni's going to be able to help you guys out with that when she's looking at your reports to seeing what's reporting and what's not. Some of you guys may have established, credit or business credit with maybe a mom and pop shop, or maybe some sort of corporation. Like it could be Best Buy. Best Buy is a big nationally known corporation. But their business credit doesn't report. People don't know that.
Exactly.
I mean, and there's more and more companies that are like that are out there that they just don't report. JCPenney has a commercial line, doesn't report. Amazing terms, but you can get a credit with that. I can honestly say business credit, and I get excited off of business credit. So you got. So when I got the funding queen on here, I got Ebonii. We gonna just go ahead and talk back and forth a little bit about this. Business credit is one of the easiest platforms to be able to build out and be able to get rewarded instantaneously, even before your personal. Your personal credit can be jacked up. But if your business credit is correct, you can go out and get funding and have lenders that'll lend to you based off of you just having simple things set up, as what Ebonii talked about earlier, being compliant, having those things that are listed on the list yourself for 411, or even on Google My Business, making sure you have a virtual address. Some people say, can I have a P.O. box and stuff like that? Your response to that would be, Miss Ebonii?
I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it if that's their only option. But lenders actually frown upon that now, Drew, to be surprisingly. Back in the day, it was totally acceptable. Now they don't like PO boxes. And do
Correct.
you find the same thing?
I find the same thing all the time, especially with a lot of denials of consumers and customers who come back and say, "Man, Drew, I got denied," and stuff like that. I say, "Yeah, well, what does your profile look like? How is it set up?" Because you guys got to remember, it has to match across the board.
Exactly.
The same thing that you file with your articles of organization, the same thing you file with that EIN, the same thing that you list that business and you put it out there in the market space, whether it's listed from a full website or whether it's actually listed on List Yourself or whatever trade other vendors you have, has to match across the board. You can't have, Nene, or you got her address over here, you got Pookie address on here, you got your cousin Ray Ray address on here, and all of this stuff. You cannot go ahead and have all of this stuff on different things. It has to match across the board. And that's how vendors identify your file. If not, you have what you call as a mixed file.
Yep. You're absolutely right.
You run across that too.
Right. You are absolutely right. And so that's a great example, Drew. And those are things I look at when a application come in. I look at it and it's like 4 different addresses, one address on the EIN, right?
Yep.
Another address on the bank statement.
Yep.
Another address on the application.
And they don't know because they haven't been taught better. I get it. I've been there. I had somebody who you've been there. You can testify.
I've been there.
Yeah, I've been there. And I'm just like, well, man, no one taught me how to do this. And I hate to say this, and I don't want to sound of anything when I do say this, but no one told me how to do that. And I messed myself up in the long run. And no one would rock with me. Nobody wasn't rocking with me. Been there years ago. So I can tell you guys, listen to what Ms. Ebonii is telling you about. She's seeing the lending process behind doors, back door of what the lenders are actually looking for, especially with her business.
You have a lot of great points. So I hope if your clients are on here, they are listening because I'm backing you. And I deal with loans all day, every day, and I'm backing him, you guys. So if he's telling you these things, when he's coaching you and working with you on your credit, listen to him.
Yes. We're trying to make you go ahead and save a headache when they come to you on your end. And they're like, oh my God, who Drew referred this person? He didn't look nothing over. I can't even believe this. Like, yo, what is going on at this point? So, and we get people like that, but it's fine. It's okay. That's why we come in to learn. We come into this broadcast to educate. We come into this broadcast to do some serious things like this so we can make some moves, man, in life. My people's Seal said, when should you start to get yourself structured properly if 1 year of operation is when you should ideally apply? That's a great question.
That is a great question. So you want to, if you haven't started, you want to start when you want to get structured properly when you start your business, right? So if you didn't start when you started your business, start yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
So if you want to elaborate on that question, can you tell me exactly what you mean as far as structured properly? Are you talking about like getting an EIN? Are you talking about registering with your state? Can you elaborate on that question so I can give you that information? I would love to help.
Yes. All right, Seals. Definitely. Please get back with Ms. Ebonii on that because she would definitely love to help, man, on that question. I know it's amazing on that. All right. Sharon asks, what is a virtual address?
Yeah, so a virtual address is there's businesses that sell just a business address that you can use. Quite frankly, lenders can tell if your address is home or commercial, and people don't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
First time I got on the phone to get a loan years ago, and I'm like, oh yeah, I have a business address. I give them my address. Crazy, right, Drew? And I'm like, they're like, what's the home address? I was like, oh, I do business from my home.
Yeah.
But they can tell if it is a home address. It's simple to find out. I was young, so I didn't know, Sharon. So a virtual address, you can literally go on Google and search, get virtual business address. And there's companies that sell it for $10 a month, $20 a month, depending on if you want a mailbox, if you want the receptionist to answer your calls and be real professional. I did that for a while, but it's a commercial address that you can use for lending purpose, for business purposes all across the board.
It's an amazing answer. She's speaking really right from the heart, you guys. That response, man, look, I ain't got no more less to say. She telling y'all right what it is. You can Google it up and stuff like that. My guy Dre. Oh, shout out to you, Mr. Dre Broom. I'm definitely Miss Ebony. I'm connecting you guys. So definitely Mr. Dre is an awesome businessman, doing some great things, man. And I love this. He said, who do you suggest for a HELOC loan?
Okay, so so HELOC is a home equity line of credit. So that would be on the home side, just so you know the correct terminology, love. A line of credit is just for your business. So are you talking about, I'm going to just assume you're talking about a line of credit for your business, since that's what we're talking about.
So, no. I think Dre, he's definitely inquiring about HELOC because he wants to be able to go ahead and see if he can do something on a personal as well as something different with a business.
Gotcha. Yeah. So, well, Lendio is only for business.
Oh. Did we lose her? What's going on? Did we lose her? I don't know. I want to know, did we lose her? Don't worry about it. Hopefully she'll pop back on here. And I don't know what didn't happen on her end, but hopefully she'll pop back on here and stuff like that, man. But if not, Dre, she will we're gonna go ahead and remove it and bring Ebony back on when she is ready to come back on here. She'll have to just click back on the tab and let you guys go on ahead, man. And she'll have to sign back in, I guess, and stuff like that. We might have lost her on the broadcast. I'll get ready to add her in when she comes back. But yeah, on the personal side, Dre, she's gonna go ahead and she'll be able to reach out to you, man, on that. For that HELOC and stuff like that, man, or even on the business side, because I think they got it from when I talked with her and spoke with her. There is a list of lenders and everything, man, that they have actually through Lendio and partners they have with Lendio that'll be able to go ahead, man, and help assist you, man, with a home equity line of credit, or anybody who wants to assist on their personal side with a home equity line of credit, man. So shout out to you, Dre, on that, man. Definitely, man. My guy always coming through, making some stuff happen, man. Sharon out here saying, what? I like the sound of that. Like, I can hear Sharon saying it too. What? I like the sound of that. Drew down. I got, you know me, I'm a joke a little bit and stuff like that, man. Just on it, just to see what's going on, man. And make some stuff happen. Here she comes. She is back on, you guys. She is back on. We bring in Miss Ebony back on. She got disconnected a little bit. So bringing her back on. There we go.
I am so sorry. My computer just decided to do an update.
Okay. Are you serious?
Yeah. So it just shut down and it's like starting over now.
It's all good because I knew I was on there like, yo, what didn't happen to my peoples? My Ebony got to be on here. She got to make it happen.
So I ran to my office. I got on my phone. So
okay.
We're gonna make it happen.
Hey, she making it happen from the phone, y'all. She like, who that is? That's Kevin Gates. I got two phones. One for the load and one, never mind. I'm not even gonna go there. They're gonna be looking at me funny. They got the fans watching on there like, hey, what you talking about? One for the what? One for the what?
That is hilarious. So I'm so sorry, but just to answer your question, I have a suite of commercial lenders that I can connect him to. I primarily deal with business funding and personal, but I do have commercial lenders that I can refer him to. Great commercial lenders. So if he wants to connect, I'll definitely be more than happy to connect him with them.
Dre, I'm gonna make sure that we're gonna put Ebony's information up on the broadcast so everybody will be able to go ahead and reach out to her and be able to take advantage of her services, man, and she'll be able to help you out, man. Definitely, man, or even point you in the right direction. So shout out to you, Dre. You already know we got you covered. Sharon say, what? I like the sound of that. Thank you. So I guess she was referring back to when she talked about the virtual address and you breaking the virtual address down for that.
Nice. I'm happy I was able to answer that and help with that.
Look, my guy Dennis on here. Yeehaw! This is Cowboy Dennis. Shout out to you. This is another awesome business owner, man. Dennis started his trucking business and is doing phenomenal, man. So shout out to my guy Dennis, man. I see him all over the road, man. Like, man, look at him, man. And he is like a serious cowboy. So
Nice.
you don't find too many black cowboys come out there like that, man, kicking with the spurs and everything else and the boots and line dancing.
Oh,
But
nice.
that's Dennis. That's my guy, Dennis. So I'll make sure Dennis connects, because I think Dennis wants to go ahead and expand his business. So
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that this is, and a lot of people, like I said, they've seen all of the stuff between the broadcast and even us advertising even about the show. So I'm super glad and everything, man, that people came on here, man, and got a chance to ask some questions. Sharon, she laughing at me.
About 70-80% of my clientele is trucking right now.
Yeah, are you serious?
They're not playing right now. I'm like, every
Hey.
application is a trucking, and they're getting approved. I mean, because it's a lot of revenue, right? And it's even just the other day, the guy that actually the one I was talking about as far as being in business 11 months was a trucking.
Okay. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. 11 months in truck. So those who are out there who are in the trucking industry, which we got a lot of people, man, who are in that industry, and that industry is making some nice stuff. For real, you guys want to be able to go ahead and connect with Miss Ebonii, reach out to her. Don't worry about it. We'll get her information and put it all up in here. Seals, she got back to you. Fam got back with you. I mean, nice. Still in the startup phase, have an EIN, a virtual address phone, may need to circle back around on the address. Was getting ready to get the address listed and DMB, and they had concerns. Oh, wow.
So DMB had concerns about, I'm just going to have a full conversation with this listener, because I want to know what was the concerns like that DMB had. What was the concern? Like, I want to know, because I can't properly answer without knowing that. So is the question that they had concerns that it was a home address? Or, I just need them to elaborate, and I'm here. So I can get it answered if you just give me more information, but I need to know, was the concern a business address or was it your personal, so we can get to the bottom of it and I can help you get it solved.
Wow. So
as an EIN, the virtual address, from what I'm reading correctly, right? The
phone
set up. So he said he has a virtual address and a phone, but may need to circle back around on the address, because let me know if I'm saying, if I'm understanding your question correctly. Did they have a problem with the business address? Is that what you're saying?
Let us know on that one, because that is definitely good. Actually, here I'm gonna go all the way down to, because we got some serious comments. We'll go down here. The business address was considered a mailing service.
Yeah, that's what you remember I said, that they can tell. They can tell.
Yeah.
They can tell. So you want to make sure. That's why I always say a virtual address, because if it's a mailing service, they know that your mail is just going there. That's almost still like a PO. That's a box.
Yeah. So, and there is a few good ones out there. Do you have a list of, like, I know everybody was talking about Go to Regis, and IPO, whatever. Like, there's a few other different ones. Do you know them offhand?
Yeah, Regis is my number one that I use.
Okay.
Of course, I will. Drew, can I send you a list, because the name is escaping me? I have another one.
You okay? Because I know the numbers and the clients that is running through your head throughout the entire day. So don't worry about it.
I'm trying to think of another one, and they're really big in Atlanta. I can't think of it. Watch, as soon as I get up, I'm going to think of it. But I promise that I can get you that information as soon as I'm done, because I can just look it up and it's right there. I can't think of it, Drew.
Okay.
But great. Regis is great, and their pricing is great too.
Okay.
Especially if you're not looking for an actual physical space to be in, they do virtual. And again, too, just look up online, look on Google and look up virtual business address. And there's so many people in that space now, especially since COVID.
Yeah. I know that they were flagging a lot of different, so be careful with the ones who are out there. They were flagging certain ones because and gosh, I want to say they may have had some down there in Atlanta that they were flagging, And I can't get the name of it right now. It's just like all running together.
I'm trying to think of the name of the one. I'll get it to you, but
yeah,
I can't.
they were flagging. So for the ones who are out there, even though you guys are getting virtual address, make sure it's compliant and it's not one that is getting flagged. That's one that's something that we're going to put on the broadcast, because we don't want you guys to be paying for a service or paying for anything and then you can't do nothing with it. That ain't being flagged on the funding side.
I have a tip for that. So make sure the virtual, and so this will be very helpful since I can't think of the name, Ebonii.
Yeah.
But what you want to do, make sure that you can actually go in the office. Make sure it's a company that allows people to actually go in the office. If it's just a mailing, if it's just like a virtual address and they only accept mail for you, those are the ones that get flagged.
Okay.
So make sure, like Regis, you have the opportunity to go in the office because they have the physical address. So those are the ones that you really, really want to use. The other ones, no. I'm with you, Drew. That's how they know to flag, because they Google everything.
Yeah, they do. There is nothing that you can go ahead and get around these guys. These guys are, first of all, you're lending money. So people want to have the assurity that you are who you are, that your business is what it says it is. Mm-hmm. You know, they're just not going to be lending to some Joe Blow out here and stuff and everything, man, not happening like that. So, yeah, they want to be making sure that you're right, you're doing some stuff, and you're getting it right, man. Look, Dennis, he hollering, he out here doing what he doing. There you go. I need a commercial lending to buy more trucks.
I'm your girl.
Dennis, cowboy.
I'm your girl. I got you.
You better saddle on up and you better ride him. Cowboy. Yeah. You know I'm a clown, man. I'm gonna make sure that we have fun. Look, this would even put on the very next one. Look at that. He had the cowboy with the cowboy in the cowboy boots. That's Dennis. That's Dennis all day long, man.
I love it. It.
Dennis, we loving your comments, dude. You are definitely, man. Dennis be rocking. Drew, I see. My God. Hey, bro, we here, man, to help change the culture, help change and help change some things that you guys may have been struggling with or may have hit a roadblock with, because I find a lot, and I'm gonna say that with a lot of this stuff. My wife, she's busting out laughing and stuff like that. Yeah, you know me, I'm a fool when it comes to this. Seal says thanks for the feedback. So that's definitely shout out and everything, man. We hopefully she was able to answer your question, and we were both able to kind of get down to some stuff and everything, man. With that.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, so you just talked about, like, they're not just gonna lend to a Joe Smo and all those things. That's actually one thing that I get deep into when I first submit an application, because sometimes our people, right, they're like, they don't know because they're not looking at it from a lender's perspective. I provide that perspective because it's all about risk mitigation, right? So I say, okay, what if you were a lender, right? And someone you and asked you for $100,000. Do you feel comfortable lending them if they say they've been in business a year, they want $100,000, their credit is 500,000. 500.
Oh boy.
But they're making 30,000 a month in their business. And it's like, the lender, I wouldn't feel comfortable, because I would say, well, why wouldn't you have taken $1,000 and fixed your credit?
Right.
You know?
Well, you know, can I honestly say this? And this is to all of those who have the exception out here. A lot of people say, man, they don't know, and I've helped thousands. The number continuously to keep going up with commas behind it. I can tell you this right now: most people, like you said earlier, they don't know that they need it until they get the denial. And then if $1,000 or $2,000, $3,000, heck, it could be $5,000, $10,000. Do you know the avenue, the doors, the amount of money you save, the amount of doors that open for you, the amount of things that you can do when your credit is right? Like literally when that asset is right for your personal, and you guys got cash flow. I got a lot of people, man, they're making some nice cash flow on their business side, but their personal is so jacked up. And we get, and this is no shot and 10 thrown But we get a lot of people, especially in my space, the first thing that they do is they speak on no PG, no PG, no PG. But there is steps to the no PG. And shout out to my guy, Audrey Truesdale, who definitely, man, said, hey, man, I don't care how many people, and Audrey, he teaches a no PG platform as well. Nice. And Audrey's going to see this and stuff like that. That's my guy. We're going to text even after this. He sits back up in here and he says, no, get your personal credit in line. Yep. Because banks are going to look, you're going to need it, regardless of how much money you're making, regardless of how much business and trade lines that you got it, or everything you've built out your business profile. You got a 500 credit score, like you said, you're going to need it because the banks are going to look at it if it's just a soft inquiry to see what's going on your personal side.
You read my mind. You read my mind.
Hey, I told you, sis, we here, sis. We here. See, Dennis got me going with the cowboy thing. So I started doing the Dennis cowboy thing. And you know, that was it after that. I seen that. I was like, man, Dennis a fool for that. So that we see that. And I know we hear. And I know that's what the problem of what you run into out there.
It is. And so we only do a soft pull on the personal. And those things. So we only do a soft pull on the personal. The application is literally 15 minutes. You upload 3 bank statements, your ID, a voided check, but we do a soft pull, and that's how we find the information. That's when we start getting into business health check. And it's like, okay, put yourself in the lender's shoes. Would you lend $200,000 to this person that has an address here, an address there, an address here, and an address there? I don't believe in ridiculing or condemning a person because they don't know this information, but I want to put them in that person's shoes so they understand it from that perspective. Yeah. And that's how I handle my clients. And so they get it. They're like, yeah, you're right, Miss F. Yeah. You're right. Yeah. You know, it is. I wouldn't lend $100,000 and there's all these risks involved. And so that's all a lender does. And it's a system, right? It's a mitigation system. So they check. It's automated. So they say address, phone, this amount of revenue credit from the personal guarantor, and it's an auto decline or pre-approval from there. And I see this all day, every day for those reasons. So you're talking to the right person. Like, I know this information. I see declines all day from direct lenders. So I definitely know. I see approvals and denials from over 95 of the top lenders in the U.S. Wow. So I see information.
Wow. Listen, y'all, she's giving out some game tonight, especially being able to see what she sees behind closed doors and being able to handle this stuff. This is important. This is a game changer for a lot of y'all out there who are trying to go ahead and get into some stuff. Look, this is Dennis. Dennis still cracking up laughing. He's still laughing because I told Dennis doing this cowboy that, you know, Dennis, that's my guy. Dennis, trust me, Dennis is going to reach out to you because I know Dennis is expanding his business, and that's my guy, man. That's my guy, Dennis, man. We go back thick and thieves at Metro days. Matter of fact, for my retirement party, when I was going out, Dennis was actually going out like the next month, if I'm not mistaken. He was going out like the very next month. And I was just like, man, that's my guy right there. He ain't playing around here. He's sitting up in here, man, really doing some stuff. So shout out to Dennis and stuff like that, man. Nice. For all the stuff that he do, man. You know, great peoples, man. But yeah, we sit back up in here, man. I think a lot of the times when people come to this broadcast, they were looking for some really, really, really good information, especially when it came down to like being able to be in compliance, where most people are not in compliance. The businesses is not in bank compliance. And that's where when we talk about bank compliance, that's what we've been talking about this whole show, guys. Making sure that articles is correct, making sure that EIN is correct, those addresses match up on both of them, you know, making sure that you got a business bank account. That is huge. Let's talk about that just a little bit, because a lot of people believe that they can run their personal with a business and they're going to get some funding. Ebonii, what do you see with that?
Yeah, again, you guys, he is absolutely right. So I hope you guys are paying attention to your coach. I'm just here as a guest, and I'm confirming what he is saying, because it limits your opportunities and chances for funding, you guys. So if you are running your business funds through your personal account, you're automatically considered a sole prop. But guess what? Say you're running your business funds through your personal, but then you have an EIN, but then you have this set up. They're going to automatically going to decline you because you all over the place.
Yeah.
You're all over the place. And so if you have an EIN, you can't run it through your personal because that's your social security number.
Yeah.
So banks don't have access to that information. And the number one thing you want to do when you set up your business bank account, the banker is looking at that. So you're setting it up from the beginning, and eventually you want to be fundable through a bank.
Right.
That is my long-term goal, right? So,
right.
And I didn't say that, but actually what we're doing here at Lendio and what I'm doing is we want to get you bankable.
Okay.
That's the long-term goal. And so another thing that I see all the time, Drew, and I'm going to insert this in as it relates to bank statements. A lot of people are teaching clients and people to, if they have a business bank account, to transfer funds in and out, and it looks like they're like making a lot of money. That is a no-no. Now, especially, they don't consider transfers revenue or sales.
Whoa. That is a game changer, because do you know how many people, y'all are hearing it out of the funding queen, Lendio's funding queen herself, man. Y'all are hearing that. That's a huge game changer. I have a lot of people who say, well, man, you know what? I got stuff going through my personal. I'm going to go on ahead, man, and I'm going to put it right here into my business, and then I'm going to move the money and stuff like that. What you're saying is like they have caught on to that, where I know in the past that used to work. But now you're saying that they have caught on to that.
It breaks my heart, Drew, because, for example, say someone has $30,000 in revenue from their business, and it's actually from their business, but they transferring it from their personal. If all of them are transferred, say some goes into the business, whatever's transferred is not counting. So I literally had one like that. He was making like $75,000 a month, and it was a trucking guy, Dennis.
Dennis, hey, look, Dennis back on here, Dennis. She talking to you, Dennis.
It was one of your coworkers, Dennis. But it was a trucking company. Guess how much they accounted for his monthly revenue? Like $25,000. Because literally, I did the math. Like, I go through statements. I was in real estate funding, all that. So I dissect the statements. He literally had legit $75,000 a month, but they only counted 25 because the rest were transfers.
Wow. I have a great friend. We have a mutual friend, man. And I can call her name. We call her Miss Leslie. We're gonna call her. She good with that. She know. And I know her husband has a business earnest, man. And I pray they're there on the broadcast tonight. If not, they probably will catch the replay or whatever. And they were asking some of those same questions. And I don't know how it was set up, man, when it came down to them actually going on ahead, man, and having the capital and all of that stuff, man, and what it was running through. And they wanted to expand, man, even on, and she's corporate girl, I mean, come on, corporate girl, and her husband is a corporate man. Amazing stuff, man. And I can honestly say that it literally, I don't know if that was like one of the biggest hangups, that they truly wanted to go do funding, because it was transferring from the personal to the business, or from the business to the personal, but there was something along those lines, and they were really wanting to expand, but they wanted to be transparent and bank compliance. So,
so my recommendation on that, you guys, have the revenue go directly to your business bank account and then transfer out to your personal, like you're paying yourself, right? So that's how you set it up. Do it the opposite way. Think of it the opposite way. So all of your business funds should go directly into your business account, so they can count it as sales, as a deposit. It always has to be a deposit. And it's totally fine if you transfer money out of that. They don't care about that. But you can't transfer it in to count it as revenue.
So for y'all who just, if y'all missed that sauce, transfer it to the business bank account first. Then you could transfer it to the personal afterwards. Don't do it personal to business. Do it business and then transfer it to personal, so you can get the credit, right?
Exactly, because you want every dollar to count for revenue. You want every dollar to count.
Hey, well, we make sure every dollar count and every quarter cash, especially when empowering our people out here. All right? We on this broadcast to make this thing happen, and then Ebonii is lighting y'all up on fire tonight, man. Look, didn't say facts. I left right after you and Tony motivated me to pursue my dreams. Thank you for teaching others to take that step, man. Cowboy, you already know, man, how we do, brother. It's all love, man. We here for you, man. Sharon got a good question. Go ahead. I'll let you take this, Ebony.
Okay, so Ron said, with the business account, does it make a difference if it is through a regular bank or a credit union, or if you were to use a Cash App business account, since they provide a routing number and account number? Such a great question. I'm going to answer that backwards. Please do not use a Cash App. Please don't use a Cash App, because you will not get funded. They don't consider Cash App a legitimate business account. They do not. And I know a lot of our people do it. And as soon as I see that, I educate them on that. They do not. A lender turns that away right away.
Cash App.
Cash App. And it's super big now. At first, it was acceptable. Like Chime was acceptable, Drew.
Yeah.
Now they're turning that away. And it's all because of the PPP fraud and those things.
Oh, wow. Man, you guys are getting some, man, y'all may need to hit Ebony Cash App because of the sauce that she giving y'all tonight. Like, she is literally telling y'all some sauce on how to get funding and how to maneuver yourself and what to stay away from. Sharon, that was a great question. You know, Ronnie be coming up with some stuff. And she is definitely a awesome, great friend of the family, but a business mind, especially she wants to go ahead and move further in her business journeys. So, wow.
Yeah. Oh, Cash App, please don't use that because it'll mess you up. A regular bank or a credit union, absolutely right, Sharon. Absolutely right. Those are the best that you want to use. I would recommend a credit union over a regular bank, however, for credit purposes.
Okay.
So credit unions are great. And this is outside of your question, but it's just a little tidbit of information, a little jewel. Credit unions, if you start your business account, the more they see coming into your account, they'll automatically offer you lines of credit and those things. So if you set your business account up with a credit union like Navy Federal, which I have my business with, you can get credit cards. You can get lines of credit through them automatically as they see those deposits coming in. Regular banks are totally okay too, but you have better luck with the credit union as you're building your credit and more access to funding.
Okay, awesome. Well, Sharon, you got it. Sharon say, wow, okay. So no Cash App. So does that mean no Venmo, no PayPal, etc.?
No, you can accept payment that way because you can transfer that through Zelle, if I believe, right? So use Zelle for that. If they see a Zelle deposit coming in, that's totally fine. I see this all day, every day. So trust me, I'm not telling you guys anything wrong. But Cash App for your account, I can't even submit it to the lender.
Wow.
Submit it to the lender.
What? Well, you know, I'm gonna say this. And most of our community, we Cash App and everybody. We got cash. We got our grandma on Cash App, our brother on Cash App. The women got the baby daddy on Cash App. They even got the dog on Cash App. The dog putting his paw on the Cash App to accept the Cash App because he wants some doggy treats. I'm not lying to y'all, man. Right. Everybody got Cash App out there. The baby got a Cash App. What the baby need a Cash App for milk? You know, like it's some serious stuff going on. So there is a lot of stuff, man, that you guys want to stay away from, especially in this funding process. And hey, you guys who've been out there with the Cash App and all of this stuff, you guys may want to stay away from that, especially if you guys want to continue to be bank compliant and really wants the banks to take your business seriously.
Yep.
So your business can actually get the funding that it needs, man.
Exactly. And I will elaborate on that too. I will say, as a precursor, I'm not a tax professional, but that actually may change. The reason that they don't like those apps is because they weren't trackable, right? Funds weren't trackable and tax purposes. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not a tax purpose. However, you know, this year, Drew, that they are starting to track transactions over $600.
Over $600. Yes. Yes.
So it may change in the future, but right now, and I don't honestly, even if it does change in the future, like I wouldn't recommend it for a business account, but it may change for that purpose because they caught on and they're starting to track, and it's all because of COVID and PPP.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, they wearing that PPP out. I was helping them out. Y'all think I'm joking? They came to me. Drew was the plug. Eb, you know, we thought Drew was the plug. You needed the plug. I got you. Don't worry
Yep.
about it. I got you. You know, I know I'm on here YouTube. They sit there and looking at. I was only doing it for legitimate business. I'm gonna make sure I put that disclaimer on YouTube. Legitimate businesses,
exactly. We were
legitimate,
helping good businesses. We were
good businesses, all legitimate and stuff like that. Dennis said, "Wow, I do a lot of bank transfers back to back."
Yay! I'm happy I can help, Dennis. Now, if you do it again, I'm slapping your hand, sir.
Hey, you heard that, Dennis. Cowboy. She gonna slap your hands, man. You don't want Miss Ebonii to slap your hands, man, because she gonna make sure. But Dennis, I know is gonna reach out for you because I know Dennis is expanding his business. He's an amazing, amazing guy, and you guys are gonna work well together. So yeah, Dennis is definitely gonna get with you on some things, man. Oh, what did he say? Oh, I did it just like she said. I deposited everything into another account that transfer after 24 hours. Okay.
It'll only count from the account that you deposited into. So if you deposit in one account and you transfer to another, and the account that you send me to fund is the account that you transferred it into, they won't count that as revenue.
Okay. So they won't count that as revenue. And so I think Dennis probably got that. So and he said, what about PayPal?
PayPal, I've seen some lenders, and it's low tier lenders that accept that, but you're gonna lower your chances and opportunities for lenders and a pool of white lenders if you use PayPal. I would honestly just say, and I know PayPal, you can do like their processing and payment service.
Yeah.
If you are just paying through PayPal to your business account, you're good. But don't use PayPal as your legitimate bank account. I wouldn't do that at all. But you can use their payment services for sure.
Now, I didn't know PayPal was giving out, was it PayPal, Square, and there's one more. They're doing like funding, like private funding in their thing. But as far as like what she's doing, she's talking about bigger loans and bigger banking finance. That is not a good thing to really be able to be using your PayPal and stuff like that. But PayPal does its own individual financing and loans and lines of credit within PayPal itself.
Yep, you're absolutely right. And PayPal is generally used for e-commerce businesses.
Yeah.
Same thing for Square and those things. And they do smaller loans like 15,000, 20,000 is the highest I've seen. But again, it's for e-commerce, and it's set up really, it's user friendly and set up for e-commerce businesses. And it is nice because it's all in one place. But if you're looking to get funding on a larger scale, you don't want to have that as your primary business account.
Okay, man. Shout out to her, man. She getting down to it. My guy Ken. Oh man, Ken is one of the faithful. Look, he probably would have been the very first one to comment on here. Ken is very successful, man. I love Ken. I know Ken, he watches every broadcast, supports it. Ken said, "This is good, Lambo Drew. Thank you for having Ebonii on here. I can't wait to listen to the broadcast and its entirety tomorrow, man. Thank you, man." Oh man, Ken giving you your flowers, girl, because
thank you so much, Ken. I appreciate that. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I know that Drew will put my contact information up, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We definitely putting that up because they can't wait to get a hold of that, man. And a lot of people will be more comfortable being able to work with a face of somebody and everything, man, who's transparent like you and saying, "Hey man, hey, I'm here for you. If you guys need me, I've been where you've been at, and I can actually help take you to another level if you do decide that you need to go to this other level. But let's get these things in order, or I can help you get these things in order." Sharon said, "Okay, so no cash out. Does that mean November payment?" Was that the one that she's already answered? I think we already answered that, right?
Yep, I believe so. You don't want that. And just to confirm, you don't want those as your primary business account at all. And accepting payments that way, they don't take businesses that are using those systems serious, unfortunately, Sharon.
Okay. So Ronnie got that. She said, okay, I love credit unions. Okay, and I'm sorry, I have another question.
That's fine.
Hey, go ahead. So when you said use Zelle for the deposit, did you mean Zelle deposit to the business and not the personal, right?
You are absolutely correct, Sharon. So Zelle to business, I use it all the time. And these are for the people that use Cash App. So you're just offering another avenue for your clients. So if That's another way. So if you know this client likes to pay you through Cash App, just send them the Zelle, because it works the same exact way. And then you solve your problem. Your business is still structured correctly. Your deposits are handled correctly. And you're setting yourself up for success in the future of getting funded. Just use Zelle and not Cash App.
Zelle, hey, she's giving y'all some serious stuff on here, man. I don't know how much more game, man. She gonna have to give y'all for free before y'all don't have to start hitting her Cash App. Again, you'd be like, yo, we're gonna send you, gonna buy you some coffee tomorrow. That's what gonna do. They're gonna buy you some coffee tomorrow, man, and get you all the way together, man. Right there. For real, man. Listen, tell the people, man, because let me know if anybody got any more questions, man. Tell the people how can they go on ahead, reach out to you, because I'm definitely ecstatic to make sure that we have that information up here.
Right. So my email is Ebonii.Lachea, and it's spelled, and can you put this in the chat for me? Because
I'm putting it in the chat for you, so don't even worry about it.
Okay, so it's Ebonii, EBONII .Lachea, at Lendio, LENDIO, local, LOCAL.com.
Ebonii.Lachea at Lendio, local.
Yes. .com.
Awesome. Let me know if this is it. Is that it?
That is perfect. Yes.
Awesome. You know me, I was on it. I was making sure that we get you right. Y'all guys, make sure you guys send an email to Miss Ebonii at this email if anybody is looking to be able to get a hold of her, and making sure that you guys can get a direct conference with her. She can schedule you guys in, put you guys on the Calendly, or I don't know what she might use.
I use Calendly.
So you use Calendly? Okay.
Yep. So I'll get that email, and then we'll schedule just a 15-minute call. Okay. If we need to go further, we will. But I usually just generally start out with a 15-minute strategy call, business strategy call, and figure out where you are and where you need to go.
Miss Ebonii done dropped that on here for y'all. I'm telling y'all this right now. It is the funding queen, Lendio's funding queen, and got on here and told y'all some game. A lot of people who were probably new to it, or you probably never heard of it, definitely wanted to go ahead and get more stuff. I get all kind of questions and stuff like that from people, and people's like, Drew, I want to know, man, could I do this? Could I do it? Well, come on the broadcast like people did tonight, and it was back to back of nothing but nonstop questions and nonstop answers and nonstop information. Like, people just, they really want to know this thing, man. And more, and this is going to go to be seen to thousands of people and everything, man, around, from not just Facebook, for YouTube, so Facebook, YouTube. How else can it connect with you as well, even outside of this? Yeah. Is there anything social media if they can connect with you on?
All of my social media, you guys, is Ebonii Lachea. And then you can find Lendio Atlanta. That's the franchise that I own of Lendio. It's Lendio Atlanta, or my first and last name, Ebonii Lachea. All of my social media is my first and last name.
Awesome, man. So she got the stuff where you guys can connect with her, because I got a lot of people, man, who decide to do this. So this is it, right?
Perfect.
That's it.
Yep.
All right, that's her Instagram, as well as all of her stuff, man. But like I said, I love to go ahead, and some people don't do email. They say, man, look, I'll DM her. I'll turn around, so that's her Instagram. That you guys can DM her if you guys can't do an email, because I don't, email just almost don't work these days. Right. Like, people be like, I sent an email and stuff like that. When did you send it? Because I don't see a junk mail. I don't see, I left out the A, I left out a C, I left out a H. I'm like, man, it is bad. Just find them on Instagram. Y'all go follow Miss Ebonii. Miss Ebonii is always, man, enjoying life, traveling. You guys are going to see her networking a lot. And I'm telling you, she's definitely, man, one to be inspired, man, on Instagram as well as some other platforms. But y'all reach out to her for business, because she's been doing a lot of great things for business. I got one person hit me up, and they asked this question. Hold on, before we go. why with Zelle and Capital One, why does Zelle with Capital One take so long?
Zelle with Capital One, why do they take so long?
Yeah, I think because there's a process that, if I'm not mistaken, Capital One itself, for some odd reason and stuff like that, when they Zelle Capital One, sometimes it doesn't go on ahead and process to the other account right away, where most Zelles go through. And that's a question I don't know if it's.
Yeah, I don't know the answer to that one.
Okay, hey, I know, hey, all that bank stuff I know. And that one, I think that's just on Capital One's part, or maybe the other institutional part. I mean, we're good. I know Ebonii definitely, would probably have some information on that. But if I ain't got it, and they got it,
I can research it. But so I'm wondering, is it like you said, because Zelle is pretty transactional and they're super fast, so it has to be on Capital One side.
Okay.
And that's a guess. But I use Zelle all the time. I see it transfer through accounts all the time.
Right.
And it's simultaneously.
Right.
So it has to be on Capital One, because I've never seen actually a Capital One bank statement. I've never had a client that had Capital One.
Really?
Yeah. That's probably why I've never seen it.
Oh man, I've got so many. Do you know, man, don't make me get started with that. Do you know for so Capital One, and I'm going to give up some people some game. For Capital One, they started marketing. It's called the Capital One 360. Mm-hmm. That's the name of the business, the checking account. It's the Capital One 360 account.
So I know about the account. I just never had anyone with an account with Capital One. It's crazy, right?
Yeah. Okay. So some of y'all who have Capital One accounts, be the first for Ebonii out there. Yes. So she can go ahead and push your funding through so that you can go ahead, man, and grow your business and expand a lot more. So go ahead and make sure you guys are doing that, man, out there. Right. I'm telling you this right now. Capital One, when the PPP came out, and anybody who had Capital One, they turned around and they locked their accounts for Capital One. They reared them in the rear, whatever that payment was, and they made them provide documents.
Wow.
This was only Capital One initiated this. Citibank actually did an investigation, but it wasn't as crucial as Capital One. Capital One was shutting down everybody's accounts. If your grandma had an account with Capital One and our Social Security was going for it, she gonna starve that month because you had to help your grandma out.
Chime did the same thing too. Chime, do you remember Chime did the same thing too?
Yeah, they started rearing in Chime as well because of all of the fraud that was happening in Chime. So a lot of Chime, believe it or not, when it got down to, I think it was like after like the first or second month of 2020, 2021. Sorry about that.
Yeah,
2021. And Chime stopped allowing you to enter that information in to be able to go ahead and have the ACH sent to that because of all the fraud that was happening with that.
Exactly.
Everybody and their grandma was getting a Chime account who never had Chime, but they was getting that $15,000, $10,000, and most of them was $20,000, $40,000, and man, it's hitting that Chime account. They ain't never had a dollar hit Chime account, and now you got $20,000 or $40,000 sitting in Chime. Y'all, wise up, man. For the ones out there, let me tell you something. The PPP actually helped out a lot of people, and I'm so glad for the people that helped out. I watched people who were business owners or who did aspire to use it in the right way. They wasn't out there buying J's and waiting outside 5 hours to go buy Jordans, to go spend the money up at the club, to go spend the money up on the outfits and all this other dumb stuff. You ordering $300 from Pizza Hut? What kind of stuff is this?
Right.
We order Chinese food. You know how we do. We gonna get Chinese food and we gonna get liquor. I mean, what there's only but so much Chinese food and liquor and chicken you can buy.
You can't forget the crab legs now.
Don't get me started with the seafood. You made the hat come on. The seafood, they ordering snow crab legs, lobster tails. They ordered, they ordered everything, y'all. The people, you see when people got that PPP and that PPP money dropped, I'm telling y'all, people was coming in there like, I want 5 pounds of that snow crab I'm gonna need them 5 pounds of snow crab. You want 5 pounds of snow crab? Man, you better get out of here, man. Yeah, I need the legs with extra butter sauce dipped in with this. Make sure and everything, man, you get my stuff right. Yeah, Dennis, I said it, not the snow crab. You saying it. The snow crab was in. They wanted the snow crab. Make sure you put the sauce on it with the butter.
Yep.
I want the hot stuff on it. They had all of that stuff going down there, man. It was ridiculous. People was in there, man. Yo, you need some snow crab? They Ubering snow crab to their girlfriend in their bestie house. I'm like, what kind of stuff is going on around here? You couldn't even get you McDonald's a month
you haven't
before
told
that.
one lie. You ain't told one lie.
Golly, man. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all on the Leverage Juice show, man, with me, man. So you know I'm gonna keep it real on here, man. But man, listen, it has been an honor. It has been a pleasure, man. I don't want to keep you any longer because you have really, really, really blessed our socks off of coming on here with the information and just what you have said and what you have done. It has probably opened up a lot of people's eyes, especially who desire to have funding and who desire to go further and grow their business and go to another level. It is truly one of the most amazing discussions of there's somebody who literally has a portion of Lendio and having that ownership with them to be able to get some things. So I am so ecstatic about that you decided to come, share your knowledge, drop your knowledge on here on the channel. And man, make sure y'all guys follow Ebonii. Y'all guys email Ebonii. Email her. Don't just follow her. Email her. Get out here and stuff like that. Do some stuff. My wife say, yes, thank you, Ebonii, man.
Thank you,
Shout out to you. I told you the
beautiful.
missus making sure, like, man, you dropping knowledge and stuff like that.
We're supposed to get together for dinner.
Yeah, we're supposed to all get together for dinner. We told them, man, we're going to get this thing rolling, man. We're going to really shout out, man, and just enjoy some stuff, man, and get some stuff together. Dennis say, thank you, Queen. I know Dennis is definitely going to be reaching out.
Thank you, Dennis.
He got the cowboy.
Yes, thank you. And thank you so much, Drew, for having me on. It's been an honor. And the main thing that I loved is all the questions. I loved all the questions because that helps me to know that people are obtaining the knowledge and they feel comfortable to ask. And that's what I shoot for. So I appreciate it.
Shout out to you. Look, Sharon say, thank you. You got to say it in her Sharon voice. Thank you, Drew Down. Thank you, Drew Down. And thank you, Ebonii. You know what?
For all the lovely, the excellent questions.
Man, I got to say this. What is that one Tyler Perry show and stuff like that, man? When the girl was like, Byron, Byron, that's Sharon. Drew Down, Ebonii.
That is funny. That is hilarious.
You know,
amazing questions. Because this is how I look at it. If she had the questions, I know other members of the audience will have the questions too. And so we got those answered.
Yeah, man, we got those answered. We really had to, because that's what we do and stuff like that. Look at Dennis. There he go. He said, I want to come. He want to go. When we go out to eat, when me and you and wifey go out to eat, he say he want to come. Well, Dennis, you make it to Colorado. Yeah, and you can come, man. You can come join the party and stuff like that, man.
Where's Dennis? Where's Dennis at?
Dennis is in, I don't know, Dennis, where you at now? He was in Minnesota. But I know he's been doing his own business trucking for over a year. Because like you say, he left like the week after I had my party of leaving Metro. And he left like the week or two after and stuff like that. And he's been on the road since. And all I see him, he's always posting stuff everywhere he go. So I don't even know if Dennis even got a home. He probably got a hat. Wherever he lay his hat, that's where he call his home. So that's cowboy. That's cowboy, man. Look at Sharon. She laughing. She like, man, Drew, you crazy, man. For real. Dennis, he crying laughing at me, man. He know how we do, man. Hey, bro, ain't nothing to change. We still do what we do out here, man. For real, for real. Look, Sharon gonna tell me, really, Drew? Really? Like Byron? She look, my wife said, what is wrong with him, Sharon? You know I'm crazy. My baby knows she been married to me almost doggone there 20 years, man. She know how crazy I am. I'm gonna always keep him 100. Dennis say he's in St. Paul. Also, he's in Minneapolis. He's still in Twin Cities, and he's thinking about moving to Texas.
Well, I asked because of that reason, because most of my trucking clients are in Atlanta or Texas. I'm moving to Texas. I'm moving to Dallas in July. So a lot of my clients are there, and I'm moving there for business. I'm like,
what?
I gotta
Hold
go.
on, you moving to where?
Dallas in July.
Go Ebony, go Ebony, go Ebony. Well, we got to get this lunch dinner between you, me, and the wifey, man.
Yes.
Definitely before you move. And if not, man, don't worry, we'll catch each other.
Nope, we're doing it because I've been asking you.
Yeah, you definitely have, man. And I definitely, man, I'm always excited, man, for when wifey shows up, man, because we always have a great time. She's always rolling, cracking up and stuff like that. She already putting down here Eddie V.
Yes, I love that. So me and Mo, my sister's coming, and then we're
Money Mo.
Yep.
Money Mo, that's the road dog in the building, man. Man, Money Mo, man, I hope she was on this live or she catches the replay, man, of this, man. So make sure that it's shared to our Facebooks as well, because you'll be able to share it.
Yep, I'm going to share it.
YouTube out and stuff like that, man. All that good stuff, so people can go ahead and catch the rebroadcast. Man, if y'all missed it, man, we've been on this joint for like almost 2 hours rocking, y'all.
Yes.
Rocking, dropping some serious knowledge, man. He said, I'm not a Rolling Stone. Look at this, man. He telling me he's not a Rolling Stone wherever he lay his hat. I'm hollering in tears for real. And he's really serious. Like, when he's typing, you know how people be like, I'm hollering in tears for real. That's not him. He's really cracking up laughing. I know that dude so well. He's cracking up laughing. So Cowboy, man.
Gave you a good laugh, Dennis. That was hilarious.
Cowboy, man. My brother-in-law tapping on here. Shout out to you, Jay Weeze, man. That's my guy, man. He tapping in on here, man. Shout out to you. He's in Ohio. That's my wife. That's Renata's brother.
Nice.
So yeah, shout out to him, man. Jay, you can go ahead. Look, Jay said, I'm pulling up on dinner on y'all.
Well, pull up then. Pull up. Look.
Yeah, pull on up, Jay, man. Pull on up. Look, Dennis saying he giving out his cowboy. Boy, Dennis, he coming strong tonight, man. Dennis is serious business, man. But man, we getting out of here, man. Pulling up strong on y'all. Come on, little bro, man. Listen, we thank y'all for all y'all did, man. For real, man. Because I'm not lying. Look, she said I was about to ask the same thing and stuff like that. What's wrong with me? Sharon, you know I've been like this. Don't worry about it. It's Drew Down. When you on the Leverage Show, you know we going to be us on here. I ain't going ahead and dumbing it down for nobody.
Right.
We still going to do business. We're going to have fun. We're going to help educate, and we're going to help make some moves, man, for y'all. So, man, thank you again. Shout out to Miss Ebony, man, the funding queen, Lendio's funding queen, for coming on here, showing us, giving us all this insight, giving us all this game, giving us all this knowledge. Some of you guys know probably how to structure things better. And if you need help, please don't hesitate, man, to go ahead and reach out, man, to Miss Ebony, man. Y'all can go ahead, man, hit her email up there. It's on the screen again at ebony.lachea. It's Lachea or Lachea? Lachea, yep. I was like, I was jacking it up. I was like,
you said
Lachea. I was like,
you said it right the first time.
I know, I did, but you know, I was like, Lachea, you know, I was hoping that you'd be like, that ain't my name, because you know, my wife would say in a minute, right? You know, her name is Renata. So people be calling her Rhonda, Rolada, and who is this and everything, you know. And so you know, you
gave me a little French twist. You gave me a little French twist the second time around. It's all right.
I the French twist for Lachea, you know. So when people like, man, who you looking for? You're like, man, Lachea's looking for you and stuff like that. Don't worry about it. So y'all, please connect with her on here. Email her. Y'all need to flood her email. If it's just a drop, hey man, thank you. I thought about what you said. Literally, I want to connect with you sometime in the future or whatever. Here's my number, but you know, whatever. Y'all make sure y'all connect with her, man. Send that email. Also, go ahead and follow her on Instagram, on IG at Ebonii Lachea, with Ebony with 2 eyes, right?
Yep.
Ebony with the 2 eyes.
Yep.
So make sure y'all guys go ahead and drop that, man. My wife, she's saying, oh my God, she already knows. She know. They be jacking that name up every time, man. We've been known it for years.
Me too, girl. Me too. We're going to talk about it at dinner.
We'll talk about it at dinner. Y'all done heard that, man. So, man, listen, we are ending the broadcast. We thank you guys. We thank each and every single one of you guys. Thank you again, Miss Ebony, for coming on here, man, blessing us. Blessing everybody, man. You got a fan support on here. Y'all go support Miss Ebony, man, and everything that she's doing with Lendio, man, her own brand, her own business, partnering in to make sure she gets you guys to the next level. So shout out to you guys. We thank you guys. We love you guys. And that wraps up our what? Leverage show, right?
Yes, thank you, Drew. You're doing an amazing job. This show is amazing, and you're educating the people, and this is so needed. So I just want to say hats off to you. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Ebonii. And guess what? Welcome to the Leverage Show, man. And guess what? We out of here. Love y'all. Y'all have a great week. Peace, love, and soul grease, baby. Love y'all.